welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa, and today's recipe video is all about one of my favorite ingredients. If you can't already tell, you're on the channel called Simply Quinoa, and yes, it's all about quinoa. So today I'm going to show you how to make 3 easy quinoa recipes. These can be used for a bunch of different things, whether it's bulking up like a dinner, making it into a meal prep thing, using it for side dishes. They are fabulous. There's also a breakfast recipe in there. So there's tons of ways for you to use it. And I hope that this video also shows you how versatile of an ingredient quinoa actually is. I mean, if you follow me for a while and you've checked out any of my recipes on the site, then you probably already know that you can use quinoa a million different ways. But these easy quinoa recipes are, just like I said, easy. They're also vegan and they're also gluten-free. As always, I have linked them in the description box below for you. So they're already up on the blog and everything you need to make them is in those posts. So you can find all that info down in the description box. I would also love for you to subscribe before you go if you are not yet part of our community. Tap that red button that is right below this video and that will subscribe you. And otherwise, let's go ahead and dive in. So the first one we're going to do is the chai breakfast quinoa. We're going to start by adding in our almond milk into a pan, and then we're actually just going to add 2 chai tea bags directly into that pan, bring it to a little simmer, and then let the heat reduce, so take it off the heat, and let this steep like you would tea for about 5 minutes or so, and set those aside or just discard them. And then we're going to add in our cooked quinoa. And you guys probably already know how to cook quinoa, but you can find that on the channel if you don't know how to do that already, as well as some maple syrup, cinnamon, and chia seeds. And we're just going to stir this all together. And because the almond milk is already hot, it should be warm, but if it has cooled down more than you like, you can just put this back on the stove and heat it up quickly until the quinoa is nice and hot. When you're ready to serve it up, just divide it into your 2 bowls, and then toppings are totally up to you. You can do whatever you like. My personal favorite is some almond butter, some jam of some sort. This is blueberry chia jam, and then I always sprinkle it with some sort of crunch, so whether it's coconut or in this case it's some seeds, and then I like to add in some almond milk to finish it off. So this is a really quick and easy breakfast. It's ready in about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. It's great for meal prep. It's super delicious, and it's really high in protein, high in fiber, and it will keep you nice and full. The next recipe we're going to make is a 1-pot Spanish quinoa. This is a really great side dish. We're going to start by adding olive oil into our small saucepan. Follow that with your white onion, and we are just going to saute the onion until it is translucent and nice and soft. Once you have that texture or that consistency, you can add in your quinoa as well as your salsa. So I like to do hot, chunky salsa, but you can do any sort of jarred salsa that you like. And then some vegetable broth. And if you aren't vegan or vegetarian, you could totally use chicken broth. That would add a little different depth of flavor, not necessarily more flavor, but it would definitely add a different flavor. So add whatever sort of broth you want. You could also use water. Stir it all together until everything is combined, and we'll just bring this up to a boil and then cook it like you would regular quinoa. So you will reduce it to simmer, you'll cover it, and this does take a little bit longer to cook, about 20 minutes or so, but once it's cooked, it will have absorbed all the liquid and you'll have red rice style quinoa, so Spanish quinoa or Mexican quinoa or red quinoa, whatever you want to say, but it's basically a version of Spanish rice or Mexican rice. And this goes really well as a side dish. It also can be bulked up with your favorite protein of choice, whether that's beans, grilled tofu, you could do grilled chicken or grilled shrimp, and crazy simple to make. 5 ingredients in 1 pot. You really can't go wrong. So I hope you guys try it, and I definitely recommend serving it at your next Mexican-inspired feast. And then our final one is just going to be a simple spring roasted vegetable bowl. We're going to start by roasting some spring vegetables. You can use any sort of vegetables that you want. Here I have radish, asparagus, and cauliflower. You're going to drizzle them all with olive oil, sprinkle on some salt. And in the springtime, my favorite seasoning is lemon pepper seasoning. So if you can find that, use that. If not, you can just do regular pepper. Once you've got everything seasoned, you can just pop this in the oven and roast them up until they are nice and golden brown. While they're roasting, we're going to make our dressing, and the dressing is a base of tahini. Duh, I always make tahini dressings, along with the juice of 1 whole lemon. We're also going to add in some spices like garlic powder, turmeric powder, and red pepper flakes, and of course, salt and pepper to finish things off. Add everything into that bowl, stir it all together, and it will definitely get thick because of the lemon and tahini that tends to get almost seized. It thickens up a lot. So I like to thin out my dressings with some water. So just add a splash or two of water, stir it together. If you feel like you want it to be thinner, add a little bit more water, and just keep adding a little bit of water, stirring in between until you get the consistency that you're looking for. I like to do just kind of like a drizzleable sauce, so it's still kind of thick. It's like a thick, creamy, almost Caesar style dressing, but doesn't taste like Caesar dressing. And then once we're ready to serve up our bowls, I always do a base of greens. So in the springtime, I love arugula because it's got like a bite and it's kind of spicy, but you could use any green you want. And then of course our quinoa, because this is a quinoa video. So you're gonna add in your quinoa, top that with your roasted vegetables. And again, you can use any sort of roasted vegetables that you want here. And I always finish off my bowls with some sort of healthy fat. So I like to do avocado here. And the protein that we're using is quinoa. You could also add beans if you wanted. And then the final step is to just drizzle on that lemon turmeric dressing, which is absolutely delicious, and dive right in. This is a really great meal prep recipe. I've linked it down for you in the blog, so if you're interested in learning how to meal prep it and how to store it, definitely check out the blog post because I explain everything. But this is a great dinner, it's a great lunch, and it's super flavorful and so in season right now, which I adore. And there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video all about my favorite healthy, easy quinoa recipes. Quinoa, like you can see, is just one of those ingredients that really can take on a life of its own. It's really versatile. It's great for, of course, savory dishes, but it also can be used in baking. It can be used in sweet dishes. So there is really like no end in possibilities when it comes to quinoa, which is one of the reasons why I love it. Of course, it's also super high in protein, which is great. It's high in fiber. It has tons of complex carbohydrates, meaning it digests more slowly. It's full of vitamins and minerals. It's just one of those amazing foods. So if you are interested in trying any of these recipes, you can find them down in the description box below. I've linked them for you. Otherwise, I would love for you to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'd also love to know what your favorite quinoa recipe is. So if you have one that you make at home, or if there's one that's online that you make, I would love for you to let me know what that is in the comments. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Tap that red button. It's right below this video. It's super easy. And if you like content like this, then you will love being a member of our community. Other than that, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!